Okay, so you are here because you're trying everything. You're so motivated, you're consistent, but still nothing is working your way. What is stopping you? What is stopping you from manifesting the things that you want? And the answer may not be failure or you not doing enough. It simply could just be that you are not ready to be there. Hello, my name is Ash, and you're watching episode 9 of my Unconventional Choices series, where I talk about all the untraditional things that I am doing and the takeaways I am taking in my life to get closer to success every single day, whether it be life, college, finance, or personal growth. I'm so glad you are here, and like you saw in the title, I think you're simply going through the character development, and here's why you should let yourself be going through that phase. There are a couple of reasons why character development is necessary before you achieve what you want, even though you think you're doing amazing and you're doing everything right. So there are some things necessary. It aligns with your relationships, it aligns with your career, it aligns with your personal growth, whatever. But there are some things that you're just not energetically there for. There are some things that you are not ready to receive because you would not know what to do with them. And universe knows that you will benefit from it more if you had a little bit of advancement and growth inside of you. I strongly believe that if you are not getting the thing that you want and you're doing everything right and you're manifesting and you're putting the work toward it, it could strongly be that you're simply not in alignment there yet. Are you on the way? Maybe, but you're definitely not there yet. This is why it happens. Number one, it prepares you for what it is that you want. Because sometimes you can think that, hey, yeah, I'm ready, I'm gonna get it, okay? Now, I have been posting on TikTok and I've been posting here as well, and I was not receiving, I did not go viral until last week. And when I did get viral, I realized that it actually frustrates me and it overwhelms me with the amount of attention that I'm getting. It did not necessarily mean that I do not want to do that again, but I think I am not energetically ready to receive that much attention right now. It's just something I'm not prepared for. And like I said in my last video, that does not mean that I am not worthy of it or it's not for me. It's just simply that you are not there yet. And I think I would have done a much better job and I would not have privated my video multiple times because of the overwhelming feeling that I felt if I was more energetically ready for it. And I think the reason why I got viral is because I realized that whatever I'm wanting right now, I'm not there yet. Doesn't mean I would never be there. I'm just saying in this moment, currently, in the present, you may not just be prepared for what it is that you want, even though you think you are. Second, I think this is the time where you are actually energetically getting prepared to get where you want. And this is different from point one because there it's simply realizing that you're not prepared right now. This point is about you are energetically getting prepared for what it is that you want. For me, I think I went to a phase, and I'm going to use a personal example here. I went to a phase in my relationships where I did not want to be around anyone. And that time, the only thing that I was working towards was bringing my energy back. I was so isolated. I was off socials. I just did not interact with anyone. So in ghost mode, just bettering myself. What it brought me now is a lot of more opportunities and a lot more opening, loving, caring relationships compared to the past. So I think that period in my life itself was just so that I knew inside, it's not really for me. Right now, I'm not ready for any contribution or commitment to anyone other than me, whether it be friendship or your relationships, just family relationships, whatever. I showed up only for myself because I was not energetically in. I was preparing myself to be able to receive and to be able to prepare to give that kind of energy to external people. At that time, I was really learning the best way I can show up for myself and show up for my family members, because I have a habit of burning myself out when I interact too much with other people. I tend to just get isolated a lot because it really overwhelms me when I'm constantly interacting and socializing. So that time period, I was learning to balance the act of love to myself and the care that I give to others. And that brought me a balance right now. I don't shy away from asking for space. I don't shy away from wanting to focus on my work and myself, even when I'm in the best relationship ever with my family and romantic wise and friendship wise. It's much better. What I'm trying to say, I think right now you are in the practice thing, or like levels in like labs that you do, like observe, practice, apply. I think this could just be that you're in the practice round and you're learning the things necessary for you to be able to handle whatever it is that you want in the future. And lastly, I am so big on this on my channel, but patience. I think it could simply be that the thing that you want is not with you in your life despite doing everything right, because you need to learn the lesson of patience. Let me take a deep breath there, because oh my gosh, I am the most impatient person in my entire bloodline when it comes to my stuff. I need to get it done right away. I'm always prepared. I'm always on the thing. If you give me an assignment, I'm on it the same day. I'm trying to finish it all until the end. And if it is that, like, if my delivery order is coming, right? If I'm making an Amazon purchase, I'm constantly looking at it. I'm constantly looking for my grades when they come out every end of the semester, because I don't have patience. I don't have patience. Waiting and working hard at the same time is not easy. Like, you have no other option than having faith, having like belief that it will come. You have to have such a strong belief, and you have to at the same time keep going, keep doing the thing that you're doing. And both of those things are so hard to do. Keeping faith and being disciplined are so hard to maintain, yet they're so necessary for your growth and anything that you want to manifest, because manifestation is nothing without action. Like, I know the concept of like, yeah, trusting, believing that it's coming, but you still have to put in the act. You still have to put in the work. That lesson of like having patience and waiting with having faith teaches you that discipline, essential lesson that you need in order for you to be aligned for what you want. Like, you have to wait until you get there to get whatever it is that you want. Now let's start with the signs. Sign number 1 is you're losing old habits and people, and it's getting a little easier than you expected. Now, for me, when I graduated high school and I started taking my own path with online college, a lot of my friends were going in person and we were no longer in alignment. Our schedules didn't match. I had a completely different schedule that I had to bring up on my own. They had their schedules for college, and it just changed a lot of things. And I just genuinely started losing out people. And I know it takes extra effort to like reach out to them, but it just did not feel the same anymore. What I realized then was, I think I just need to let it go, because I was already almost done with those relationships. I did not feel fulfilled in any of those things. Neither of us put in efforts, and it just wasn't worth my time anymore, and that is okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because it's not just with people, even habits. Like, it was so hard for me to work out, do this one thing like every single day for my own body's fulfillment and betterment, but suddenly I just started doing it, and I just did not procrastinate on it any longer, and it just worked out. Looking back, what I was learning was, yes, like, discipline is my new lesson that I'm going through right now, and until I am disciplined, I don't think I'm going to manifest the body that I wanted to manifest. And 4 months later, I am very close to the goal that I set for myself back then. So I think it was just a sign that I need to give up my shit and start working on the things that I want to, and be disciplined with it. Number 2, you feel stuck, yet you're motivated. So when I first started college, you guys know that I was never a college girl, but I did get a lot of opportunities, and I kind of started getting involved in those, and soon I was just in it. I was just doing it. I was just doing my stuff, and I did feel concerned. I was like, why am I doing this? I feel so stuck. Like, I don't know where this is going. I don't know if it's worth it. But still, there was still something inside me that was like, just do it. Like, just do it. It's gonna take you somewhere. And it did. I have even more opportunities coming my way this semester. It would not have been possible if I had not stayed motivated, or like felt that like need inside me, or like that calling inside me, like, keep going even if you feel stuck. Number 3, you're realizing whatever you are doing is not familiar and it's not comfortable, but it's necessary and you're okay with it. For me, this was definitely content creation. It was definitely sitting myself, like putting myself in front of camera and watch at my horribly edited videos and like horribly like expressed videos. Like, I could not put my words out properly, and I did that and I posted them anyway. I kept posting every single day, and now I have some progress and I'm super grateful. So, those are the 3 signs that you are feeling or going through. It's safe to assume that you are going through some sort of character development right now, and this is your sign to keep going. Now, if you have figured that you are going through this thing through the signs or the reasons I gave you, if you are wondering what you could do better while you are waiting for it, whatever it is that you want to manifest, I have a couple of tips or takeaways for you. Number 1, I experienced the most realization and like the growth when I was journaling. And I'm not saying just, I think you can, but personally what worked for me was the shadow work journals. And I know a lot of people on this app, social media platform, or like just in general, journaling is a very like highly promoted thing. And I think it is for a reason. I, for the longest time, have watched people talk about journaling, just like you are watching right now. You probably don't journal, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to do much. Like shadow work journals, they already have the prompts for you. You don't have to come up with questions. You don't have to research them. And it's literally just a page. They don't ask you for much. They tell you to just write that half a page because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. They know that shadow work is going to make you realize some of the things that will be so hard for you to handle. So they make sure that they give you a small area to write because you don't want to overwhelm yourself with your own thoughts. You can grow your writing and the amount of journaling you do gradually, and that's what they want. But journaling helps you realize your thought process that is stopping you from receiving that thing energetically. Imagine this. You're in college, you take 6 courses, okay? 5, let's say 5. You're in college, you take 5 courses, and you have tests for 3 of your courses the same day. Like, I don't know, they schedule it somehow, but like you have one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the end, okay? You have like a chance of rescheduling because a lot of other students in your class are also going through the same thing, a lot of tests on the same day. So one of your professors is kind enough to tell you and give you an option to do it another day. Now, you are here like, oh no, I can handle it. Like, I got it. I'll do it. I'm an academic weapon. I got it. I'm a high achiever. I score A's in every single thing, A's and B's. I don't need to reschedule it. The test day comes, you're testing in the morning, 2 hours long. Testing in the afternoon, 2 hours long. Testing in the evening, 2 hours long. By evening, by the 3rd test, you're exhausted, right? But you're still like, I'm just gonna take it because, the option to choose and pick another day is already gone. So you take the test anyway, otherwise you're gonna receive a 0. And that is equal to death. Not happening. So you take all 3 of those tests on the same day. A week later, your professors announce, 1st test, nailed it. 2nd, amazing, you have a B+. 3rd test, you have a C. And then, instead of sitting down, like obviously you're frustrated and obviously you're like, what the hell? Like, I studied so hard, like I knew everything. What happened, right? So you sit down and like even before you could figure out the root cause, you're like, I'm so dumb. I should have studied harder. I should have done better. Journaling, what it does is it's gonna force you, or like not even if you don't want to journal, okay? Like work on switching that like inner thoughts, okay? Inner speaking. Instead, now let's say you sit down and you're like, I'm gonna write it out or speak it out, or like I'm gonna put it in the voice note and I'm gonna figure out what happened. I'm gonna recall. I'm gonna repeat the whole situation in my head and I'm gonna think what happened. Okay, I remember feeling really excited and really energized in the morning for the 1st test. I was very confident. 2nd test, I was alright, but I was getting tired. 3rd test, I was definitely exhausted. I felt like I was pushing myself. So, what happens here is you get the time, you give yourself the time to realize the root cause. And it was not that you didn't study enough, or it was not that you didn't work hard enough, or you didn't pay attention. It was that your body could physically not handle taking 3 tests in the same day. Now you realize what was the actual problem. You can do 2 things. You're like, okay, I'm going to keep pushing myself and next time I'm going to take 3 tests the same time, and there's a very high chance of you repeating the same thing that happened today. Or you can say, okay, what did this teach me? And that is the inner thought. Instead of blaming yourself or the situation, you are asking yourself, what did this teach me? You're journaling, okay, I learned my limits. I learned when my body needs rest and when I need to take a break, when I reach my limit. And now you can plan better, and instead of like signing up for 3 tests when you have an option to sign up for the third test another day, you are more kind to yourself and you realize that no, I can only do 2 tests max in a day. So now, next time, you reschedule the third test that you get, and there we go, we have an A. You got what you want, A on all 3 of your tests. That was your manifestation, because you journaled and you reflected on yourself, and instead of blaming the situation, the outcome, yourself, you realized what it is that's truly causing you the issue, and you got an opportunity to resolve it. That was a long takeaway, but I think that was very necessary because, oh my gosh, the most reflection and the most realization I had about myself was the time when I used to journal and work on my shadow work every single day. And again, it does not mean that you only have to write on a piece of paper. You can always use a voice note. You can always talk to yourself in a video. Like, you do what it is that fits you, okay? Like, you don't have to follow anyone's way. You can make your own. This is an unconventional choice series, okay? Here, everything is about you. Your rules, your way. And second and last takeaway, if it's leaving, let it go. I cling on to every single thing in my life, okay? I cling on to every single grade that I get, every single B that I get, every single whatever, okay? Like, that I have. I cling on to it. My relationships. I do not like people leaving. I don't. But if it's leaving, let it go, because 100% of the time, things are getting better from there. Because the reason why someone is leaving or something is leaving your life is because it's no longer for you. That purpose in your life is done. And if you are going if you're going to convince yourself or convince the universe to make it more of your purpose, you're wasting your time, because you don't rule the universe. And it's okay to let people go. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to let the habits go that you don't feel great in. If you have a spending habit and you keep telling yourself, like, I hate how much I spend, like, I don't want to spend on food every single week, it's just not, I want to get better, let it go, okay? Let it go. Because what's gonna happen is, like, oh, you're gonna cling on to this older version of yourself. You're like, oh, I do this every single time, what's new if I do it again? Like, it's fine, like, and I'm never gonna change. No, let it go. You can change. If you don't want to spend on food takeouts every single day or every single week, and you want to save more money, you want to save 10K, you can do that. For that, if you have to let go of the habit or the thought of, like, oh, I'm always like this, it's never gonna happen, let it go. Once you let that go, you will have space for something better. You'll have space to accept that, yes, I'm a changing human, and I can, in fact, change my habit of spending so much outside, and I will make more food at home. And then, because you will think that way, you're gonna automatically try to find ways to do that. You're gonna automatically start looking at the list of, like, what groceries you want to buy, or, like, how much you want to spend. You're gonna start budgeting. You're gonna start keeping track of your money. Anything and everything that is in alignment of the goal that you have. Well, I guess that was quite long. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be after editing, but if you stick till here, I hope that gave you some insight. I really I got this video idea last minute, because I don't know, I was just reflecting back on my day and, like, reflecting back on, like, the last couple of months and all the opportunities I've gotten and the ways I have changed. And yeah, I felt like it was a lesson worth sharing, a realization worth sharing. And if you have stayed here, I really hope that you could take away something from here. A lot of people joined me within the last week after watching this video. I don't know, but yeah, I meant every single thing I said in that video, and I rewatched that video, and I do see a couple of things, people who are commenting on there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. I hope, again, that you guys take away something from this video and any other video, or, like, my channel. If it resonates with you, do subscribe. And yeah, that's all I got. Happy Saturday. For now, take care.